Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So I was about to get ready to film a video and I thought what better time than to take you through my Sephora favorites. So if you aren't aware, Sephora is about to have their spring sale, which is, I think it starts on Friday. Yeah, April 5th. I'll have all the dates and, particulars listed below. But it does start, and I don't remember how long it goes for. Again, I'll have all the particulars, all the dates down below. But I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you some of my Sephora favorites because, just because I'm not shopping doesn't mean you guys aren't shopping. So I washed my face in the evening with this Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm. You guys can see I'm actually almost through it. I'll have to see if I have a backup of this already. If I don't, I probably will buy one just because I like to get it on sale when I can. So yeah, so I always cleanse with that. And then I always start out, I actually did this before I started my camera, I'm sorry. But the very first step in my skincare routine, day or night, is this La Mer treatment lotion. You can get La Mer products at Sephora. The next thing I do is put on this vitamin C serum by the Inky List. This again is can be found at Sephora. I just do one pump and then put it all over my face and down my neck. Next step is always some kind of exfoliant. I'm gonna use this one today. I alternate between this and the Lotion P50, but this is the Paula's Choice Exfoliate, 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, salicylic acid. So again, I just poured, you guys can't probably see that, but a little bit in my hands, rub my hands together, and again, just apply it all over my face and neck. Just to show you, I'm not gonna use it now, but this is something that I use at night, and this is the Laneige Cream Skin. You can see, actually, I'm almost out of this. This has lasted me for probably over a year. Yeah, I feel like I bought this actually when we still lived in Kansas City. So maybe a year and a half, and you can see that I still have this much left. I use it, like I said, every single night. So I can't believe that it's lasted that long. Very good value for money in that product. All right, the next step is something that unfortunately you cannot get at Sephora, but that is my Vintner's Daughter. So I just put three, you guys, hopefully you can see that. I put 3 drops, one on, the first 3 fingers. I just rub my fingers together and then press. This has the most amazing, botanical, the best herb smell in the world. It just, it's amazing. Anyway, smells like a spa is my point. Anyway, so I just press that into my skin. I have seen a huge improvement in my skin's brightness, in its sort of plumpness. It's an amazing product, you guys. I'll have it linked below. It is not a cheap product by any means, but I would highly, highly recommend. All right, then I'm gonna go in with my moisturizers. I consistently use the La Mer, this is the Eye Balm Intense, is the eye cream that I've been using. You just take a little bit on your ring finger and pat that in. And then to finish off, I'm gonna use the soft cream from La Mer. At night, I use the La Creme, so the heavier one, as my night cream. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on, rub that in. I really enjoy the La Mer products. I know they are a little bit pricey, but if you can get, 15-20% off, which if you're Rouge, you'll get 20% off, I think it is highly worth it. So, all right, skincare on. I am going to put some sunscreen on and let that sit, and I will come back when I'm ready for my makeup. I'm gonna use 2 of my favorite primers as far as Sephora is concerned. The first is the Bobbi Brown Face Base. This is an amazing, really moisturizing product. And then I'm going to use the Tatcha, what is this called? The Silk Canvas, mainly where I struggle with like enlarged pores. So on my nose, like right along here, kind of right in this area and along my chin. So I'm just gonna rub a little bit and then just pat it into those places. So how are you all? I'm actually filming this on Easter, which obviously you guys know we do not celebrate. So, you know, the world is closed today, which means that there's not a whole lot to do. So I thought I would get some filming done. So that was the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Really like that, like I said, for enlarged pores area. Now I'm just gonna take some of the face base and put that down where I didn't put the silk canvas. And now primer is done. We're gonna go into concealer. My absolute ride or die concealer is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. It's an amazing, especially for more aging eyes. It does not settle into fine lines and wrinkles and wears all day, and just, yeah, I love the texture of it. I do personally like to apply it with my ring finger. I just think it gives a more blended, and I think the, you know, the warmth of your finger really helps it become one with your skin. How about that? Concealer done. I have several foundations from Sephora that I absolutely love. I actually really love their own house brand. It's called the Weekend Warrior Tone Up Cream. It's kind of a lighter, I would say, foundation. If you want really like a kind of a glowy, very sheer, you're really not looking for much coverage at all, just a little bit to kind of even out your skin tone. This is the Hourglass Hyaluronic Skin Tint. It does have some sunscreen in there as well. If you are looking for something mattifying, so if I am using, which I guess I should have talked about, this Peter Thomas Roth Instant Firm No Filter Primer, which is amazing, and it literally just makes your skin look like glass. You need to let that set, and then I have found personally that the best foundation that doesn't disturb that product is a powder foundation. So this is the Tarte Amazonian, there we go, Clay Blurring Powder Foundation. I'm wearing mine in 26N Light Medium Neutral. Just looks like that. So if I'm wearing that Peter Thomas Roth, I will wear it even if I'm not wearing that, but especially if I want more of a matte look as opposed to a glowy look. Love the House Labs foundation. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, and I wear it in the shade 160 Light Neutral, I guess. And you guys, the only reason why I tell you what shade I wear is just because if you have a similar skin tone and undertone to me, then maybe that will help you. But my probably ride or die foundation is the Dior Forever. I love this. I wear it in 2.5N. I just pump a little kind of on, really just like that little much. That wasn't even a full pump. Again, I'm not a huge, like, I don't love a ton of coverage. I mean, I want my skin to be even, but I don't want, like I said, I don't want to look like I am wearing a face foundation. I'm going to go in with a beauty blender. I tend to like the finish of a beauty blender again because I don't like to look like I'm wearing a bunch of foundation. So hopefully you can see just, you know, evened out the skin tone and just, you know, gave a nice canvas to work with. All right, next we're gonna go into some like bronzers slash contour products. Obviously right now my face looks very flat, so I need to bring some depth and some dimension back into my skin. A few of my favorites are, and ones you've seen me using a lot lately, is this Fenty Beauty Cream product. This is in it's called Cheeks Out, and it is in number 3 Macchiato. Looks like that. I also love, and you'll be able to see this from my usage, this is and I use this more as a bronzer than I do as a contour. This is the Airbrush bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. For cream products, back again, I love the Westman Atelier. Love their products. Highly, highly recommend. This is the Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. I have a little mini one of these too that I got in like a holiday threesome that I bought. And love, also I've been using this a lot over the last couple of weeks. This is the Rare Beauty Bright Side Bronzing Stick. And I think Bright Side is probably the name of the color. Kind of looks like that. So these are probably my 4 most used, I would say, from Sephora. So I'm going to go in actually with, let's go in with the Westman Atelier. I haven't used that in a while because it's not in my everyday makeup drawer. What's been in my everyday makeup drawer for the past couple weeks has been this Fenty Beauty and the Rare Beauty. But let's go ahead and use Biscuit, which again is one of my favorite shades. So I just kind of draw it along my hairline. We're going to bring it up here, higher. We're not putting contour down here anymore, guys. Did you know that? That's apparently a thing now. We don't put it down low. And I'm going to show you a new trick with the Givenchy powder, which is amazing. All right, so I don't know, I've got this out. I'll just use this. Sometimes I use a brush, which is more often, but since I'm using a foundation that I use this with, I might as well just continue to use this to blend. So I'll just kind of blend, like I said, this up into the hairline so there's not like a big line of demarcation. All right, so you can already see now I've got a little more definition to my skin, a little more life to it. I'm going to take just a tiny bit of that Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and just kind of sweep it across the high points of my face just to warm again up the skin. Just a little bit. That's kind of a little extra. All right, you guys know that I am a huge blush fan. So I have a lot that I will share. It just depends on kind of the formula I'm looking for that day, the shade I'm looking for that day. I have my blushes arranged by shade. Love the Patrick Ta, sorry, I'm trying not to give you such a glare, but the Patrick Ta for face. What I love about this product is it's both powder and cream. So up here is the cream and it's got a lid on it, which is really nice so that it keeps the powder out of it. And you use these both together. And interestingly enough, normally you would apply cream first and then powder, but Patrick Ta's, his directions to use it are actually to use powder first, then cream. So when I'm looking for more of like an earthy tone kind of blush, but he's got amazing other blushes. This one I think is called, yeah, She's So LA is the name of that. I love the Glossier, what are these called? Cloud Paint. This one is in Storm. I've got several. I'm not going to show you all of them, but that's a really good one. You guys know I love the Merit Cream Blush. I love the Fenty Cream Blush. This one is in the shade Summertime Wine. I have, again, a couple of these. That one looks like that. It's a really kind of really nice wine, obviously, color. Again, Westman Atelier. This was the one that was part of that holiday package. So this is in the shade, I think, Petal. Yeah, this is in the shade Petal. It's a very, very pretty neutral light mauve, but beautiful on the skin. I also am a huge favorite of the Cheek to Chic blushes from Charlotte Tilbury. If you're not familiar, they all have this like kind of two-toned pan. So you can swipe it all together and just mix it. You can kind of focus your brush, you know, on the outer part if you want that color, or you can put one on and then put one on top. You can use them in all different ways. Again, I have multiples of these and I just broke one of them. I was very sad. So again, may replace that. Probably won't though, because I have plenty blushes. Let's use the Fenty one. And I think, again, I'm going to use my Beauty Blender. So I'm just going to dab into that. I haven't done this in a while like this. So usually when I use cream products, I generally use my finger and apply, but ooh, I really kind of like that. Okay, let's put a little more on. Nice thing about a Beauty Blender is that you can really, you know, put as little or as much as you want, but I really like that. That's very, very pretty. And I am, by the way, kind of squeezing this together so it, but I really like the way a Beauty Blender blends, obviously, hence the name. But you know, then I can go in and use like the side of it and just like pounce it on all of it, and it really helps blend everything together and yeah, make it look seamless. I like that. All right, next, moving on to highlighters. Again, I have a ton of favorites. This is a OG favorite, I think, for most people. This is Champagne Pop from Becca. I used to have a bigger one, and then I think I decluttered it and then went and got this one. It just looks like that. It is, if you know, are familiar with Jaclyn Hill, you'll know about Champagne Pop. This, again, was the third piece that came in that little Westman Atelier holiday set. It came with a biscuit in the contour. It came in that petal blush, and then it came with this shade, which is Lit Up. So this is a cream highlighter. This is really, really sheer. If you really don't want any kind of noticeable highlighter, this is a great product. I 100% love the Rare Beauty ones. Oh, this is gonna, if I tipped it, it would have. This one is in the shade Exhilarate. I have two others. I have three altogether. I love them. And you cannot go wrong with the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter. This is in the shade Moonlit Glow. Just a really, such an easy one to use. I think we'll use this one today. I am going to use a Sephora brush here. This is the Pro Highlight number 98. This is what I use basically for any powder highlighter. I use this for a long time. Hopefully you can see that. I can certainly see it in my mirror. So just swirl it, tap it, and apply it. So you just want to apply it to, you know, the high points of your cheek, and I always do just a tiny bit at the end of my nose. I don't contour my nose, you guys. I'm not about that life. It just, you know, whatever. Before we do powder, I think I'm gonna do my eyeshadow first. A couple here of palettes that I absolutely love. You guys know I love this Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the Sophisticate. It is a quad of only neutral matte shadows. So if you are looking for an amazing but small matte, like that you can just take on vacation and not have to worry and have, you know, a couple different looks that you can use, but nothing super fancy, and great quality shadows, highly recommend this. I know a couple of you have purchased this on my recommendation. I do have a couple of Tom Ford palettes, another, again, quads if you are looking to, you know, spend a little more money, but again, if you're going to spend the money, do it when you have a sale. So this is in the Insolite Rose. So this does have some shimmers as well as some mattes. I think actually we might use that today based on what I am wearing. This one is in the Velours Khaki. I really like this if you're going for, like I said, kind of a, you've got an olive or that kind of look going on. Again, has both shimmer and mattes in there. They are beautiful shadows. Yeah, all I would say is definitely buy them when they're on sale. This is a newer palette by Mario. It's the Master Mattes, the Neutrals. And as you can see, it is all mattes and all neutrals. So if you're looking for something a little bit bigger, something that has a little more shade range to it, I would highly recommend this Makeup by Mario palette. And hopefully it's back in stock. I know it's been sold out for a little while, but again, at a discount, great. And then of course there's the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. This came out sometime last year. All right, let me see if I can do this without blinding you guys. Hang on. There we go. How about like that? Again, combination of shimmers and mattes, just a beautiful, beautiful palette. If you, again, are looking for something a little bit bigger, but not huge, and something that will give you both shimmers and mattes because you like to play with both, highly, highly recommend this. And again, I think this is $65 normally. So, you know, if you can get 20% off, $13 off, it's a good time to do it. All right, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna put these other things away and I'll be right back. All right, so I'll show you what I'm gonna do just so you know. I'm gonna put this shade up like sort of along the brow bone here as sort of a transition-y kind of shade. This shade is gonna be my crease and a little bit of an outer corner, but probably mostly crease. I don't do as much outer corner work anymore. Actually, I take that back. I will use this all over the lid. Then I'll probably pop a tiny bit of that just in the center of my lid and maybe a tiny bit of that right up here on my brow bone as a highlighter. So let's do one eye and then I'll do the other eye off camera to save time. So I'm basically just taking a fluffy brush into, like I said, this matte kind of, and I'm looking over here, guys, because I have my Simple Human mirror, which again, I absolutely love. I don't think these are sold by Sephora at all. I got mine, I'm pretty sure, in an anniversary sale at Nordstrom. They are amazing. Love the fact that they are magnifying. So, you know, for those of us who, you know, when we're plucking our eyebrows or, you know, maybe some extraneous hairs that are growing places where they shouldn't be, you know, it's great to have that kind of mirror. Okay, so I just put that, as you can see, kind of all the way up to just right up to my brow bone. I'm gonna take, this is an Angie Hot and Flashy brush from BK Beauty. I'm gonna dip into this kind of purple and just work that into my crease. Now, because I am in the middle of my life and my eyes have, you know, this has started to sag somewhat, I'm getting a little more droopy eyed. I'm not putting it actually in my crease, like here. I'm putting it above, because if I put it in my crease, it's gonna disappear, you're never gonna see it. So you wanna put it actually just above your crease so that you can actually see it and it actually gives some depth to the eye. And I'll work it a little bit down into the corner, but I'm not gonna do a ton. Okay, so that is what that looks like right now. Then I will just actually use my finger and take it into that shimmer color and just, like I said, sort of pop that in the center of my lid. And then I'm going to use, it's actually an e.l.f. brush that I've had forever, into this one. This is what I've always used for years for this little area up there. And then I'm going to take this Angie Hot and Flashy brush. Again, sorry, I'll try to link some similar brushes from Sephora down below, in addition to these if you have any interest in them. But you obviously, although BK Beauty is generally always having some kind of discount and bundles and stuff, I just use this literally as a blending brush. I never put color on this brush. I just use it to blend everything together. So hopefully you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. Take the darker shade again here. Sorry guys, I'm not a beauty guru. I don't really know how to do this. And I'm just gonna put a tiny bit with this smudger brush under really lightly. I don't like a ton of, and then a tiny bit up here, just on the outer corner to kind of lift the eye a little bit, but just a little for definition. So hopefully you can see it just kind of defined the eyes a little bit. So that is that palette. All right, let's do, you guys all know we love this. And I'm gonna show you my new trick with this that I just discovered. All right, again, not using a Sephora brush. I will see if I can find one similar. All right, last step before I do mascara, because then I'm gonna put on some setting spray. My favorite absolutely is this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury, but we'll do this first. So this is, if you guys are not familiar, I don't know how you aren't, but This is the Prism Libre powder by Givenchy in the color 3 something rose, violet rose. All right, you're gonna take a flat, like a fairly dense flat brush. This powder kicks up a lot, so just, you know, and I put a decent amount on my brush. I tapped some off, but it still has a lot, but we feather it out, okay? So here we go. So I keep most of it down here, and then I do eventually bring it up and under the eye so it brightens up there and also sets my concealer. But hopefully, I need to tap that off because I need to feather this a little more because I can kind of see. But hopefully you can see the difference between this side and this side. How much more blurred this nasolabial fold is in comparison to this. So let's do the other side. So there we have the nasolabial folds. Now, here is what I have been doing recently. So I've been taking some more kind of on the tip of the brush, tap up a tiny bit more, and drawing it right along, right underneath where you put that bronzer and blush. And again, start sort of blending it out and down especially. Sorry, I'm looking into my mirror above. It's easier for me than trying to look. And look at the difference between this side. Now I will say that I want to pounce this a little because now it's a little more blended. Look at the difference between this side and this side. Like, look at how much more lifted and like chiseled this side of my face is than this side. It's, you guys, this powder is like unbelievable. Again, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just sort of pounce over that. But I think, again, it's amazing. This powder to me is just worth its weight in gold. I mean, I still have a ton, so I don't need to like pick up any more, but highly, highly recommend. I'm gonna set everything before I put my mascara on. I made this mistake the other day. I put my mascara on and it obviously wasn't fully dry, and I put this on and then I had mascara all over underneath my under eye. It was not good. So I do like to use a little mini fan to dry it. That way you don't get like water droplets. It dries more evenly. This is just from Amazon. Again, I will have it linked below. Somebody asked me to link my Amazon storefront. I just created one, so I'm not super familiar with it, so I will try to figure it out and have it linked below, because somebody asked to see all of my Amazon fashion things in one place. So I will definitely do that. All right, mascara, last step here before we do a tiny bit of brow. I use this Tweezerman eyelash curler. There's a Sephora one too. I think this one is better for my particular eye shape. You want to pick one that is good for your eye shape, one that's more rounded versus one that's a little more almondy, that's more like flatter, I guess. I have many mascaras that I love from Sephora. If you are looking for a budget-friendly one, I would highly recommend picking this one up. I think it's only $12 before the sale, and generally when Sephora does their sales, it's 30% off all Sephora products. So you'll get $3.60 off of this, which is amazing. So it's like $8.40. Like, that's incredible for mascara. That's totally in line with drugstore mascara, and I love it. I love this. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Foreplay. This is a primer that I absolutely love. If you curl your lashes, or even if you don't like to curl your lashes, but you want some lift to them, this is great, especially if you have a phobia of using one of these, then I would highly recommend using this and then your mascara on top of it. Love this One Size by Patrick Starr in the Fantasize. It's an amazing one. I haven't used this one in a while, but this was a favorite for a long time. This is the Ilia. This I feel like went viral or something. And then probably my ride or die mascara. If I was picking a more expensive, I would go with this. This has quickly become kind of a ride or die for me, especially for a less expensive mascara. But the YSL Lash Clash, I think is what it's called. Love it. Have it in black. They also have it in brown, which I have, which I absolutely love. It's got a big, pretty decent size brush to it. I just love the way it makes my lashes look. So, all right, I'm gonna go off camera, curl my lashes. I'll do my mascara. It's too hard to talk through mascara because, yeah, eyes and everything. So I'll be right back. All right, so my eyelashes are done. I used a combination of the Better Than Sex Too Faced Foreplay, so the primer, and then I used the YSL Lash Clash. Just gonna do a little bit with this Anastasia. This is the Brow Wiz. I use it in the color Granite. Just gonna fill in because right here I've got some kind of missing hairs here. And then just kind of draw down here. I don't spend a ton of time on my brows. I actually probably should have brushed them before I did this. Bad YouTuber. Okay, so we'll comb that one first. And then to hold it all in place. If you want some color, I would highly recommend the Glossier Boy Brow. So this comes in different colors, and it's basically a gel to hold your brows in place as well as a color. I use mine in the color dark brown, maybe? Yes, dark brown. Today though, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their Brow Freeze. If you guys want brows that are not going to move, I would highly recommend this. I'm actually getting pretty close to being out of this. It is just a clear gel. It comes, no, I'm sorry, you have to buy this separately, the brush. And what I like about it is then you can use this flat end to really press it down and hold it. So you just kind of load up your brush like that and then brush it in. And like I said, guys, if you are looking to do like that laminated, like, brush it up and have that kind of look, this is the perfect product for that. I'm not going to do that exactly today. And then what you want to do is take the flat end and you just literally press it. So your brows, like I said, are not going to move when you use this product. All right, favorite lip liners from Sephora. I love, again, their brand, so these are gonna be 30% off. This one in particular is, I wear this often, is in the color Bellflower, number 25. It's just a pretty, I guess I could swatch these for you guys, just a pretty kind of a pinky mauve, I would say. I wear kind of a lot of the same sort of colors. The Urban Decay Glide On 24/7 lip liners are some of the best. They last all day. Again, this is probably a sort of a similar shade. It's this one here is a little more pinky. This is in the color Rush. Obviously, also love the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheats. This is in Iconic Nude. So if I'm looking for just that's this one here. I have Pillow Talk, but I really don't like it very much, to be honest with you. It's just not a good shade on me. And then the Makeup Forever, this is called their Aqua Lip. Again, just goes on super smoothly. I do not like a dry, really hard to draw, especially again, if you're older, you don't want to be tugging on this area. You want something that glides really smoothly. The Makeup Forever ones are fantastic. This is in the color 2C. That's, again, very descriptive. And that is this one here. So a little more, I would say, kind of rosy color. I think today we will use the one from Urban Decay. And if you saw a recent, I think it was a story or a reel I did, as an older middle of your life person, you don't want to draw your lip liner all the way up into the corner. don't do it. It will age you. So stop short of the corner. Hopefully you can see that. So I stopped here and there, okay? Don't draw it all the way up. All right, a couple of my favorite like lip color products from Sephora. You guys know I'm gonna say it. And this is the old packaging, by the way. This is my older one. This is the Urban Decay in Back Talk. It is 100% one of my favorites. It looks like that. We'll actually probably use that today. I am also been really loving, since I got reunited with it, this Westman Atelier gloss. Maybe we'll put some of this on top of it. This is in the color Garçon. Show you what that looks like. That's what that looks like. So yeah, I could think I'll wear both of these together. That'll look very nice. So again, I'm gonna go off camera and I'll come right back. All right, so there is the finished product. The very last thing I almost always do after I am completely done with my makeup is I take a Q-tip and I just pat it along here. Again, just if I've had any creasing from my concealer, also it gets any potential fallout from, but I just pat that along. I learned this technique from Emily Noel. Okay, so I guess I will go over some like Bath and Body and hair products all together. I neglected to say when I showed you the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, which I have already put away, that my second cleanse is this one. Generally, it is from Youth to the People. It's the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. Hannah had borrowed it, so that's why it was not over there, and I forgot about it. So after I cleanse in the evening with the Clinique product, then I will use this as my second cleanse. Highly recommend. I just wish that they would put this in a plastic bottle. I mean, I know it seems like more bougie to be in a glass bottle, but anyway, yeah, just not a fan. All right, as far as hair is concerned, this is an amazing product, especially if you have any kind of like frizzy hair, or you can get frizzy hair, especially in the summer. This is the Color Wow Extra Strength Dream Coat. You basically put this on your hair when it's damp, you know, so towel dried hair, and then blow your hair dry. You can only use it like, I think it's like every 3 to 4 washes. My new favorite hair oil is this one from K18. Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab. I am also using the K18 like Bond. Hang on. Okay, totally forgot about this because again, it was not like in the place where it normally is. This is the K18 Leave-In Molecular Hair Repair Mask. It looks like this. This is, I think, the small one. I was just sort of trying it out. So I use this instead of conditioner. So basically what my hairstylist told me to do, and I think maybe it's in the directions too, is you don't condition your hair in the shower. You basically come out, towel dry your hair, you put this in, like, don't even comb through your hair. Like, literally put this in your hair, let it sit for 4 minutes, and then you brush through it. And then actually just either when I'm styling or sometimes even before I shampoo, I will put the hair oil in my hair. It's really nourishing. It's fantastic. One of my favorite, in fact, this is going to be in my favorites this month. You can see clearly it's almost all gone. This is the Necessaire body wash in the eucalyptus fragrance. I just love the smell of it, and it's a great body wash. And then sticking with Necessaire, I bought, again, this was, I think, maybe during the last Sephora sale, which would have been, what, in like November. I got it was like again, like a gift set kind of thing. And I think it came actually with this and the Necessaire body lotion and also the body serum. Love all of these products. I ended up loving it so much, I ended up buying the hand cream, which is, I just realized I keep it in my desk drawer. But you put this on first, the serum, and then put the body cream on, and it's fantastic. Another body wash that I absolutely love, I have probably repurchased this item 10 times over the years. I rotate through body washes, so I have probably 5 different body washes in my shower at one given time. So like I said, the fact that I'm like this much of the way through this says a lot. But this is the Moroccan oil shower gel. I love anything Moroccan oil, anything they do. I just love the smell. So like I said, I've bought this for years and years and years and will continue to do so. I have definitely enough, even if I don't have a backup, I clearly have enough to get through until another sale. And besides the fact that since I have so much body wash, I'm not going to be buying any body wash even if I were out of this. So like, for example, I will not be replacing this because I still have a ton of this, as well as Delina and other things in my shower. Another hair product is this by Pureology. I was using the, 10 by 10 or something like that, which is kind of an all for one like leave-in conditioner. It does a whole bunch of different things, but I saw that this one was recommended, so I started using this at the beginning of the year and I really, really like it. So highly recommend this one. And then for years I have used the Moroccan oil hairspray. Again, I just love the smell. Moroccan oil just smells so good. Yeah, it's amazing. And it actually does come in a fragrance now. So if you love the smell of Moroccan oil, would highly recommend that. I actually had it and I've got so much fragrance that I just wasn't wearing it. And so I actually gave it to Hannah. But anyway, well, there you are, guys. Those are my favorite products from Sephora. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it may help guide you in maybe picking up some things to add to your collection. I don't have a whole lot of fragrances from Sephora, otherwise I would have included that. Probably my absolute 100%, like, again, sort of ride or die favorite fragrance from Sephora is the Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. I have it in both the regular and the Superdose. I wear Superdose during the winter, the regular during the summer, or, spring, summer, fall, winter, that kind of thing. I have repurchased that multiple times and 100% would recommend that, especially if you can get 20% off. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, as does watching through the end of the video. So thank you for that. If you made it this far, if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy this kind of content, we do quite a bit of luxury here, but we do some makeup and some clothing, styling, things like that. Join us here, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you haven't had enough of me yet, I will pop another video up here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.